Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Corona Mini Pendant. This is going to be the larger of the two sizes. This is the 186530. Let's get into the size of the fixture body first, and that's going to be independent of the rod that it is hanging from. 14.5 inches high by 7 by 5, so it's a good size. When you add in these rods, which are Hubbardton Forge's interconnecting rods, you're going to have an overall height, and it's adjustable by using different types of lengths of the rods to get where you want to be. You're going to be able to be 17 at your shortest, and all the way up to 62 inches at its longest, and that's overall height, which means it's from the bottom of the fixture, which is the bottom of the whole thing, to the ceiling itself. So 17 at its shortest, 62 at its longest. If you need this longer than 62, we do custom lengths, so you just email me and tell me what you're looking for an overall height. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it's going to come back and they'll tell us what they can do. A little more time, a little more money, but we do customs every day. 17 inches high as a starting point is great. So there's a lot of you guys out there are going to be able to use this as a semi-flush. You may elect to have, let's say you put these over a kitchen island and you're going to have 3 of them or 2 of them, and you're going to probably have them anywhere from 30 to 36 inches off that island, the bottom of the fixture, right? But you want to put something like this over the kitchen sink so you have kind of a story to tell using all the same thing. But I don't want to be able to stare into this at the sink. I want it higher. I want it above my eye level. I want a semi-flush. So 17 inches or even a little longer than that would be fine. And that using just some of the smaller rods will get you to where you want to go. Okay, let's talk about a couple new things. Well, let's kind of zero back on these for a second. So let's talk about these interlocking rods. So you've got threading on the ends of these, and you also have these interconnecting pieces which are on the ends. Okay, and these connectors have threading on both ends, right? And you're going to be getting these little kits, and it's going to have 3 of the 12s, 1 of the 6-inch, and 1 of the 3-inch to get you where you need to go. When you are assembling this, best way to do it is to put a couple towels down on the counter, don't put the glass in yet, but lay out all the pieces to the length that you want to get to. You're going to take the wire from the fixture body, that's where the where this will be, where the socket is, and you're going to just slowly feed it through each of the pieces one by one till you get through the canopy, out the canopy. Then you're going to assemble everything on that counter, on the towel. Once you have it all set, then you can put it up, and then you can put your glass in at the very end. It's just an easy way to do it. To show you how to do it, let's look at the installations instructions. So these are going to be in the box when you get this. You might as well look at them now. This side of the screen, midway down, is going to be a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. So there's going to be a full parts list. It's going to be instructions like I just talked about, how you put it all together. It's going to be showing you that this is going to be using a 5.5 inch diameter round canopy, which is going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling. It's not a heavy fixture, so it can just hang with this without a problem. This canopy, you're going to be able to see some line drawings on those sheets, those install instructions. It'll show you how this all works. Very simple. The other thing that's cool about it is you have it's slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees without you doing anything, so you don't have to customize anything. There's a knuckle right hiding here. You can barely see it, so it's going to let that go like that. So right off the bat, you've got a slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees, which is a good thing, I think, anyway. Let's hop into glass for a second. You've got a really beautiful piece of glass here. So it's all hand blown, but there's I don't know how they do it. There's a frosted diffuser inside that's threaded, that's connected to this clear outer piece. So it's a really complex, beautiful piece of glass on its own. It's going to hide the socket, which is our friend right here. This is going to be using a G9 socket. We use G9s in a lot of places in Hubbardton Forge fixtures. You're going to be able to use up to a 60-watt halogen bulb if you guys want to in this socket, and they have little prongs on the bottom. They just pop in like that. I suspect most of you guys are going to be going for LEDs. If just go on Amazon, go into the search and put in G9 LED, and up are going to pop tons of LEDs, tons and tons and tons. These are all different kinds that you guys can use, and I got these off Amazon. So the trick when you're looking at LEDs on Amazon is you want to think about 2 things. One is going to be a wattage equivalent. So let's say Well, we know this can go for 60 watt incandescent, and that's a halogen bulb because of the heat generated by a halogen bulb, but maybe I want this brighter. So this is a 75 watt equivalent LED, and it fits into this glass fine, just slips in like that without a problem. This was dimmable, this is dimmable, and I got this on Amazon. And this is also 3000 Kelvin, which is a nice warm light. So a couple things. When you're looking at these LEDs online, doesn't matter if it's Amazon or it's Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware, doesn't matter. But you're going to do a couple things. Wattage equivalents, you may elect to think that 60 watt equivalent is fine. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of 40 watt equivalents. If you can find a 60 or 75 watt equivalent, I would do that. Make sure it's a dimmable bulb because the fixture is dimmable without a problem. And then also remember your color temperature of your light. A lot of people think daylight is like the setting sun. That's not the setting sun. Daylight in LED bulb world is basically a hospital waiting room light. That's that blue light that comes down. So that's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. If you want a nice warm light, and this is a nice warm light coming down from these LEDs, this is 3,000 Kelvin. So I would probably go from that. So remember, so dimmable bulb, you want to do 3,000 Kelvin, and you guys are good to go. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.